Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Forex Live, August 13th, 7:32 America New York, EUR, USD a little higher on the session. Buyers look to wrestle back some near-term control. EUR, USD moves up to 1.1755 on the session. EUR, USD is up to 1.1755 and is testing the July lows, now turned resistance, at 1.1750 to 55. That will be the key region to watch on the daily as sellers look to try and pin the pair towards 1.1700, after having failed to break support at 1.1704 to 11 earlier this.
Marginal Revolution, August 13th, 7:25 America New York, build. The excellent Eli Dorado in the NY Times. Many of our country's problems are reducible, in one way or another, to the fact that we have lost the imperative to transform the physical world.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. August 13th, 7:06 America New York, Tesla battery supplier CATL plans $9 billion share sale to boost capacity. Contemporary Forex technology said it expects to raise the money via a share placement to large investors.
Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13th, 7:03 America New York, the scooter wars are coming to the stock market. Electric bikes and scooters may be better for the planet than for your portfolio. Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13th, 7 o'clock America New York, Airbnb is worth another stay. As the Delta variant spreads, online travel investors have seen this movie before. It ends well for Airbnb. Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13th, 7 o'clock America New York, COVID-19 resurgence raises borrowing costs for travel and leisure companies. The cost of issuing bonds jumped for cruise operator Royal Caribbean this month as investors demanded more yield.
Daily FX Market News. August 13th, 6:56 America New York, gold price running into a formidable zone of opposition. Gold has regained its composure in the last few days and is now trying to break back into a prior trading range.
Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13th, 6:52 America New York, Context Logic, Airbnb, Disney, DoorDash. What to watch when the stock market opens today. Airbnb and DoorDash slipped after earnings reports, vaccine makers gained. Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13th, 6:44 America New York, Credit Suisse calls on bank risk experts to join board. The Swiss banking giant enlisted two heavyweights of European finance to join its board and help supervise risks, after losing $5.5 billion from failed family office Archegos Capital Management.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. August 13th, 6:38 America New York, Samsung's de facto leader leaves prison. Now comes the hard part. To quiet critics of his early parole, Lee Jae-yong must soon deliver major moves for the South Korean conglomerate.
Forex Live, August 13th, 6:05 America New York, dollar mostly steady as major currencies seem more restrained on the day. Another case of the summer lull casting itself over Europe today. The greenback is mostly little changed across the board, though the euro and yen are keeping mild gains of 0.1% against the dollar in European morning trade so far.
Global Economy. August 13th, 5:50 America New York, quitting QE may be harder than the Bank of England believes. It is rash to pretend that withdrawal of support for bond markets will be straightforward.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. August 13th, 5:33 America New York, jobs postings requiring vaccination jump in past month. Employers ranging from accounting and software firms to schools and restaurants are asking applicants to be inoculated against the virus.
Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13th, 5:30 America New York, Dan Loeb's Third Point gets a taste of its own activist medicine. The investment vehicle belonging to Dan Loeb has become the target of an activist campaign of its own, and while the two sides are at loggerheads, shareholders are enjoying the spoils of the fight.
Daily FX Market News. August 13th, 5:30 America New York, EUR, GBP price outlook. Weekly close key as corrective risks brew. Bears eyes on weekly close for EUR, GBP as corrective risks rise.
Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13th, 5:30 America New York, weak oversight plagues audits of billions in private assets. A WSJ analysis showed accounting firms give each other high grades and fail to disclose problems in audits of private entities including businesses, pension funds and charities.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. August 13. 5:30 America New York, weak oversight plagues audits of billions in private assets. A WSJ analysis showed accounting firms give each other high grades and fail to disclose problems in audits of private entities including businesses, pension funds and charities.
Daily FX Market News. August 13. 5:30 America New York, Bitcoin, BTC, and Ethereum, ETH, battle key resistance heading into the weekend. Cryptocurrencies are picking up momentum after Thursday's setback, but there is still key resistance ahead.
Wall Street Journal Markets. August 13. 5:30 America New York, neobanks may not be new, or banks, but they are hot stocks. Investors have bid up financial technology companies as they bet on a revolution in how people do bank-like things.
Google Business News. August 13. 5:26 America New York, letter. A letter to the youth, truth, for its own sake. New Era, letter. A letter to the youth, truth, for its own sake. New Era.
Naked Capitalism. August 13. 5:20 America New York, close to 50% of U.S. workers can't afford to rent one-bedroom housing. An update on the already desperate and worsening state of the market for renters in the U.S.
Google Business News. August 13. 5:18 America New York. Shiv Sena denies manhandling of Parliament marshals, Big News Network. Shiv Sena denies manhandling of Parliament marshals, Big News Network.
Forex Live. August 13. 5:02 America New York. Eurozone June trade balance €12.4 billion versus €9.3 billion expected. Latest data released by Eurostat the 13th of August 2021. Forex Live. August 13. 5 o'clock America New York. Germany DAX hits fresh record high, clips the 16,000 mark. The rally in equities continues. European indices are up slightly on the session but have continued to build on gains little by little in August trading. The DAX has now moved up to touch the 16,000 level for the first time as record highs continue to be clocked in trading this week.
New York Times Business. August 13. 5 o'clock America New York, 6 ways to tame airline nightmares. Thousands of passengers have experienced delayed or cancelled flights since June when airlines began to struggle with surging demand and worker shortages. Here's how to deal with the chaos.